Ladies and gentlemen, how you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So, Champions League draw is happening. It is happening. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. Let me have just a quick look whether we are actually live or not. Yes, we are. Perfect. Now, in terms of who I actually won for Bayern, I'm actually not sure. It's like one of those rare occasions where I'm actually not sure. I don't mind any team we play. I mean, from the pots, in my opinion, give me Manchester United. Pretty please. But I actually don't care who we get, because to me it's like a matter of, as I always say, I prefer playing the better teams, which I'm actually not sure who the better teams are at this point. But I always prefer playing the teams that are stronger. And the reason for that is very simple. Is it just me, or is the pictures not showing up? Is that a YouTube bug, or is that my bug? It's not just on screen right now, but it's in general. I don't see profile pictures, so it kind of looks like that. Look kind of stupid. Bayern, Muncie wants Man United, Lazio, and Salzburg. Salzburg would be a fine one. I want to play Rennes as well, because I think Rennes have quite good players. And Salzburg, of course, have very good players. FC Bayern for life. We will win this UCL, boys. Let's hope so. Let's very much hope so. Reece Taylor, who do you think we should sign before the window ends? It's less a question of who I think we should sign and who I actually think we will sign. They're giving out the awards. I mean, the awards were decided yesterday, actually. But let me just mute that for a second. For me, this thing is who do I want? Just give me anyone. Just give me I'm actually not picky at all. I just want bodies right now. If they can run, if they can play, if they can pass a ball, I'm okay with that. What's up, BD Core Football? How you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm good. How are you? Hansworst, hi, welcome to you too. It's a bit early for me. I literally just picked the shirt out of nowhere. You can see it's not even ironed or anything. I just picked it out of a pile. I was like, okay, I need to wear something. The draw is happening. I'm usually not up this. Well, I'm up at this time, but still. So let me have a quick look at the pots, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the pots. So we're obviously in pot 1. Barcelona in pot 2. Ooh, that would be interesting. Give me Manchester United, Manchester City. I don't mind any of these teams, honestly. Obviously, we can't play Dortmund because they're in the same nation. But give me any of these teams, and I'm okay. The only one I don't want is Atletico Madrid. Only team I don't want is Atletico Madrid. Then in pot 3. I want either Lazio or Salzburg or Inter, or Atlanta, I guess, just from a location standpoint, because obviously I want the players to have as much rest as possible. So if they're traveling to a country that is relatively closer to them, where it's a lot more stress-free, I would want that. So Salzburg, I guess, is my immediate thing. And then on pot 4, you've got Marseille. We're actually doing quite well. And Rennes, who I mentioned already, obviously. I think Rennes are actually quite good. I'll move this thing on here. Hi, your opinion will get show. The rumors say yes. I don't think so. Even on loan, I don't think so. I just don't think so. That's my take. I don't think so. Moin Meister. Morgen. To you too. Please give the link. I'm watching. I mean, I'm assuming this only works on in England. But UEFA should have their own stream up. I want to see us play a team that presses high or plays like us. I don't. I'd much rather play a team like Atletico Madrid. That is not Atletico Madrid. Just for the simple fact that I would much rather dictate the game, so we don't have to run as much and like can make the ball run for us. That's kind of my thing, because the players are exhausted. I don't want them to get exhausted even more. Like, are you guys seeing an image here? Like they're showing Bayern versus Tottenham there. I like that. The way the commentators shouted "Gnabry" is crazy. I'd like to see us play against Guardiola. I don't. That would be not yet, at least. Not yet. When Sané is fit, but not yet. Not yet. Sané will miss like the first 2 games, so not yet, please. After that, absolutely. Give them to me anytime after that. What do you think about if Bayern signed? We're not signed Dybala. He costs too much. Way too much. Rummenigge is a big fan of his, by the way, but like, it's not happening. It is just not happening from a financial standpoint. Marquinhos has had a fantastic Champions League season, if we're being completely honest. The amount of goals that he scored has been absolutely incredible from his position as well, and crucial goals as well. It's crazy that like PSG, they don't really rely on Verratti anymore like they used to. Verratti barely plays with him anymore, just because he can't play 90 minutes at the moment and hasn't been able to for like the last 2 months. But like, look at Paredes and Marquinhos. They've really put in a shift, and they've really been vital for PSG. Whereas Verratti, someone like people used to say like top 5 midfielder, doesn't even really play for them any much. Not because of a lack of talent or whatnot, but just because of not being available. Always love it. Goal. Quarterfinal. Let's go. The quarterfinal. Leipzig did really well. Like the teams they beat, Tottenham. Okay, Tottenham is their level, I guess, but like then Atletico Madrid, Atletico Madrid is like a hit or miss team. Coutinho versus Barcelona. Oh, that was perfect. Perfect. We should hope for a weaker group considering Finn's squad of touch. I absolutely agree with it. The worst part for me is, right, the international players such as Lewandowski, such as the French contingent of Tolisso, Coman, Lucas Hernandez, and Pavard. They're all playing on the 14th of October. And on the 15th of October, we've got a DFB Pokal. So they're all playing for their country on the 14th. And on the 15th, we've got a DFB Pokal. On the 17th, we've got a Bundesliga game. And I think on the 21st, we have the Champions League game. You know how insane that is? Like, we have to play, essentially. The players, the ones that are on international duty, will have to play 2 games in 2 days, 3 games in 4 days, 5 games. You have a ridiculous. It's just kind of ridiculous. The amount of games that they have to play in such a short amount of time. It's absolutely. Whoever made the schedule, I know it's a weird season, but still, it's just crazy. Forwards on show to Bayern. I don't think it's going to happen just because it's taking this long. Yes, we want to get Cho on loan though. But the fact that he signed a new contract last season, to me, just shows that we're not going to sign him permanently, only on loan at worst. At best, sorry. Yes. That's my answer. Yes. Yes. Definitely not. Definitely not. I've scored as Finn, but like quality is quality. That's what it boils down to. One second, I'll read that comment later. Oh. So they're handing out awards right now. Actually, no, they're not handing out just yet. So let me read that. What situation of Alaba? Actually, we're a few more over after that. We're only two. He's going to leave as a free agent, essentially. He's either going to extend or leave as a free agent. Like, we're not selling him. That's just the way it happened. Football is positive energy. Apparently. I'm actually very, very critical of UEFA, but like, it doesn't matter. So Drogba is winning the President's Award. I don't know about Didier Drogba being one of the best. He had some very good, unfortunately for us, moments. But if you actually look at his stats, they're not that good. All right, we get it. Drogba's won it, mate. I think most people are here for the draw. I don't care about the individual awards, even like the UEFA Best Player and so on and so forth. Like, personally, I really don't care. Nah. You're not showing me Drogba. I know what's coming. All right, time to mute that. I'm not watching anymore. I'm not watching anymore because I know exactly they're showing Drogba's career highlights. I don't need to see this. I don't need to see this. All right, I'm looking away. Alaba to City. Do I think Alaba to City? Nah. Well, they're not gonna buy him. That much I know for sure. Do I think they get on a free next season? Perhaps, but I don't think they're gonna buy him. And suddenly, like, I can now see the profile pictures again, so it might have just been a YouTube bug or something. But like they might get him on a free, but like they're not gonna buy him. That guy, yeah. They're done with the career highlights. Nice, good to see. That's true. He looks different. Okay. Your thoughts about fine? Should he start next time? No. No. Look, man. Kimmich starts. That's just the way it is. Kimmich starts every game. Just the way it is. Let me mute that for a second. Can see a Liverpool Bayern final. So do I. If we don't meet earlier, then I can see that being the case. Liverpool to me is like one of those weird teams where, like, honestly, I can see them really struggle against certain teams, but then they also have the individual quality where they really should be making it all the way to the top. And because of the lack of quality in like the other teams this season, there aren't really many, teams that can realistically make it. But then again, in a cup competition like this, if you're not on your best form, or if you have one mistake, that's the end for you. So I don't know, but yeah, I definitely can't see it. A rigged tournament anyway. Everything is rigged, my friend. Everything. It's always been rigged. The warm balls, cold balls. Here we all know about that. Eh? 9/11 was fake. Moon landing was fake. It's all an inside job. Drogba highlights. I had to mute it. I had to mute it. I'm literally like, nah, not today. Not today. Hey, but Exodia. My deck contains no weak cards, but Exodia. Yeah, okay. Exodia. How you doing? Hey, Bayern fans. Hi to you too. I just typed Champions League draw. I found you. Well, welcome. Kimmich needs rest. The thing with Kimmich is I don't want him to get rest for Bayern. I want him to get rest for Germany. I don't want him to actually like play the international games that are coming up. Nobody cares about the Nations Cup, right? Nobody cares. Like, okay, maybe a few of you care, but nobody really cares about them, right? It's not the Euros. It's not the World Cup. He shouldn't be playing. He should be getting a rest, but it's not happening. It is not happening. So do I a little bit. A tiny little bit. So do I. Just a tiny little bit. Where are you from? I always get that question. Actually, I was going to say, just check the description if you want to know in depth, but this video has no description. So let's just say Munich and Manchester. Let's leave it at that. Kimmich needs rest. He does. He can get rest for the internationals, not for Bayern. He's just too important for us right now. That's the issue. He's just too important. Like, we don't have a replacement for him, which is, if we get one, fair enough. But as of now, we don't have one. Richards was better than Pavard yesterday. Okay, that's a statement. Look, Richards was good, but like he barely had anything to do at that point. All the threat was already gone. Pavard just needs a little bit of like match practice on fitness, and he'll be back, a-okay. But as of right now, it's just one of those cases where it's like he has been out for so long, and then now he's just getting game time. So give it a little bit of time. Thoughts on Cuisance leaving? I actually made a video about Cuisance leaving. I don't really mind. Like, he wouldn't really be a starter for us, so it's not like one of those cases where like a starter is leaving. But he isn't bad. So he's just a good player that with the right career track can make it very far. But we'll see how his career progresses. I don't get it. Every time Real Liverpool, anyone wins UEFA, is highlighting the legend. What if they just drop a highlight after we win it? Bias. It's the bias. It's the bias. They should have someone like Oliver Kahn on here. Just highlights. They should have that, but has he been in there? I don't think so. Just saying. Anyone know what time the draw is supposed to be? It's, I believe, at past. So the awards are going to happen for like the next 10 minutes or so, and then we get the Champions League group stage draw, I believe. So that's the case. Bayern next. It's getting close, but I can't see it. Chelsea will demand too much money. We won't pay that money. Even for a loan, they'll demand too much money. And I don't think I think Bayern won't do it. Because the amount of money required to get show. Now, if it happens, fantastic, but I just don't see it happening. Ronaldo or Messi? Ooh, my goodness, asking some royal tough now, Messi. Messi. Look, man, I appreciate Ronaldo, and I think when it comes to clutch moments, there is nobody better than Ronaldo. But like overall, if you told me, all right, here you go, 20-year-old Messi, but okay, let's say prime. 28-year-old Messi versus 28-year-old Ronaldo. I take Messi all day. Now, Ronaldo's a goal-scoring machine, but Messi. Just Messi, straight up. There's an argument to be made about effectiveness versus elegance, but like you look at Messi's stats as well, and despite his elegance, he's also very effective. So for me, Messi. Just Portugal or Argentina? Argentina. Actually, has nothing to do with Messi or Ronaldo, but I'm just thinking Argentina's a significantly better team. Portugal has some good youth coming in, but like that's 5 years down the line, not now. Oh, the draws are happening now. The draws are happening now. I very much agree with that. We should have bought Paris. I agree with that. I think Götze, Draxler, and Kerr. Honestly, I know people are like, no, never. I see that happening. I remember having a band saying after me. It just, bro. Now they're giving out speeches and statements. European sports media president. Like, bro, I'm here to see who Bayern is playing. I really don't care about half the speeches, bro. This deserves its own video, my friend. This deserves its own video. As of now, I'll say yes. But I might have to do its own video going in depth with that, because I'm not going to be able to talk about why I think he's the right person. I think he is the right person, but I won't go into why I think that is the case until I can talk about it on its own, basically. How are you doing, Ali Zangmood? I am doing fantastic. How are you doing? Lewandowski. Like, are you talking about like who would I want to build a team around? Mbappe, because Mbappe is going to play for 10 plus years. Who is better right now? Lewandowski. Just straight up Lewandowski. Goalkeeper of the. I mean, we all know it's Neuer. Look, man, if it's not Neuer, I'm raging. All right, if it is straight up, if it's not, let's watch. If it's not Neuer, something is wrong here. Yeah. If it's not Neuer, there's something wrong here. Women's Champions League goalkeeper of this. It is Neuer. That's what it is. Okay, they're showing who it is. There aren't really any. There weren't any good saves here. But it doesn't matter. Manuel Neuer. Congratulations, Neuer. Good stuff. Nice. A Neuer word. That's the first one. So the rumors that was leaked yesterday is all true. All right, let me mute it because I'm having an interview right now. Let me read some comments. Basically this, Lewandowski all day, week, month, year, century. 4 days left, no signing inside. Time to panic. Never panic, never panic. If I know Bayern well, then they're going to just get some random player that nobody's ever heard of, aka Tasky, in the last day of the transfer. Everyone's going to be like, whoa, who is this? That's exactly what's going to happen. If we don't get anyone by then, we're going to get some random player out of nowhere in the last day. Trust the process. Sweden or Iceland? Sweden actually has some really good players. Isaac, very good. Actually, the midfield is very good. It's their defense that I can't. I'd say that the defense is their weak point. But besides that, they've got a very decent team. Like, how far do I think they're going to make it, say, in the Euros or the World Cup? Round of 16, maybe, at most. But, like, they have a very solid team. A team that can make it far. A team that also can't make it far, you know? It's one of those teams that, like, if the conditions are right, if everything is right, everything is perfect. But it has to be right. My stream is behind for some reason. I might have reversed your stream by 20 seconds, so my comments will be late. F in the chat for Tawasif. F in the chat. I think the realistic signing Bayern should make is Milot Irashika. Okay, are you by any chance Erhan? Because like I feel like that's the same list that Erhan sent me on Twitter. Like, it's the same list. Look, it's clear that we don't have as much money as we all thought we had. Because if we did, we would have gotten a desk signing done and over with. But no, like. It seemed like we weren't prepared to pay 25 million. Whether that's because we didn't have the money or whatnot. Is that Neuer? Oh yeah, it is Neuer. I was like, that looks like Neuer. 1 second. Yes, I listen to what Neuer has to say. Well, this is kind of odd. So I understand what Neuer is saying because I speak German, but like the BT Sport, Neuer is basically talking, not translated at all. That was weird. So nobody's translating it. That's odd. I'll translate it for you then, lads. I hate translating. Of course, it was a very special game against a top club. Of course, in the Champions League, only the best teams are available, especially when you play against such offensively talented teams. And a final is always a very special game. But we're all 100% focused. But for me as a goalkeeper, it's always important to be there in the right moments. Simple translation. Mate, I can't be bothered translating this, all right? BT Sport is doing a terrible job. I have to say, BT Sport is... How are you going to ask the questions in English, then have Neuer reply in German, but not a single person is replying or translating it on an English channel? BT, like if I turn TV on, that's BT Sport. It's an English channel. BT, British Telecoms. And you're just having him speak German, no translation at all. Like, that makes no sense. All right. Neuer is the cleverest person in the Bayern squad, confirmed. Kimmich or Thiago Kimmich? I said this earlier this season when Thiago was still part of the... Actually, I should highlight the comment. I mentioned this... as I said, I mentioned this while the season was happening too. Kimmich is just a better player, but Thiago is more... Kimmich has better highs, but also lower lows, but Thiago was more consistent without like these highs without lows. So he just consistent like 7.5, whereas Kimmich was like an 8.5 and then dropped down to like a 7 and then went up back to a 9. So for me, it's Kimmich. But are the draws happening? The draws are happening. Will it happen? I think so. Would I like it to happen? Yes. I know, I'm the minority here, but I would. That's unfortunate, mate. Ronaldo Real Madrid was just a monster, like an absolute monster. Honestly, should be the best player in history, but there's just a tiny little magician called Messi. Second best player in history, that's Ronaldo. Oh, they're speaking again. They're speaking again. Just draw, mate. Done. I can close the video. I can go back to sleep, and I'm like, yeah, joyful. Instead, I'm here watching this, talking, which I don't mind because I can read your comments. But still, it's Musiala. Fine, Richard and Tillman season. We on Musiala. Absolutely fine. We'll still have to see. Richards, if we don't get a right back, he's not even a right back. But if we don't get a right back, I can see him be the right back for us. And Tillman, he hasn't actually played yet for us, has he? Neuer for president. Well, he's got my vote. Ajax new signing. Anthony will destroy all the defenders. And my goodness, Ratel Gamer NL. I can definitely tell by the NL at the back that you are most certainly an Ajax fan. All right, before we start, since they're still talking, let me all know who you want to have in our group. Quick, before they're drawing, let me know who you want to have. Ratel Gamer NL, let me ask you a question then, since you are Dutch. Barney or I was gonna say Barney or what's his name? Van Gerven. But I think Van Gerven at this point is just flying off. So it's kind of unfair. Barney or Phil Taylor? That's my question to you. Barca, we can't play Liverpool. They're in pot 1. Barca, Inter, Manchester United or City, Arsenal, Manchester United, Taylor. Interesting. I mean, Taylor, yeah, that's actually not fair as well because of longevity. Okay, we get the procedure. I think many of us have seen Champions League before. I think many of us have seen these draws before. I think many of us know how these draws go. Mate, serious question. If Bayern gave you 30 million to sign as many players as you want right now, who would you sign? Priority for me is a winger. So I wouldn't sign a player. I would loan a player. If we can, and I don't think we can, I'd get Cho. Not because I necessarily am a big fan of him, but because Hassan Salihamidzic is a big fan of him, as we've seen. So I would trust him. Let's say that's a 15 million loan fee. We've got 15 million left. Who else? With 15 million left. What do I prioritize? Right back or a replacement for Kimmich? Someone that can give him some minutes. I'd go for a right back. No. No. Yeah, I'd go for a right back. But who? There is nobody for 15 million that I can think of. There is nobody for 15 million that I could think of. So, Cho, and then 30 million is a tight budget, bro. Like, with that kind of money. I don't know. I want Manchester United, Atlanta, and Rennes to see Camavinga and buy it on winter trip, mate. Never gonna happen, right? This procedure is taking way too long. Lamptey or Aarons? Aarons is definitely better defensively. Lamptey is better offensively. Basically, Lamptey is a winger turned right back. Basically, imagine Davis as a right back. Basically, a winger turned defender, whereas Aarons is a defender. So they're going through all the teams, bro. I always like seeing us play. I always like seeing them hype us up, but like, get on with it, fam. Get on with it. Manchester United, Salzburg, Marseille. For me, it's very similar. Manchester United, Salzburg, Rennes. That would be my ideal team. Is that going to happen? We'll see, of course, but that'd be my ideal team. Like Real Madrid, Real Madrid is probably the only big team that I actively dislike, because I respect them for obviously how good they are, so on and so forth. But it's the one team that I dislike just because of how they treat their legends. You know, I guess I should say former legends, like Casillas. To me, it's just always been one of those massively negative points. Which is why, like, while I can like and respect all the other teams, I just respect Real Madrid. I actually quite dislike them, actually. Well, definitely don't think so. Definitely don't think so. The thing is, we don't know how much we have exactly. That's the issue. Like, based on how we're acting, it seems like we have like $1 million at most. That's how we act. I'm saying $1 million at most, but I'm broke. Right? If you give me $1 million, though, I'm celebrating. I'm dancing. But anyway, that's not the point. You want to sign? Nah. Yes, actually, yes. Yes, what am I saying nah for? Yes, of course. Shoot. The champions are drawn first. The champions are drawn first. Bayern. Group A. Let's do this. Let's do this. Bayern in Group A. But yes, I would. Yes, I would. I'd sign for any team that pays me the most. I don't need a legacy in foot. Real Madrid in Group B. Is that a sign that the final is going to be Bayern versus Real Madrid? Now, Real Madrid is actually kind of terrible this season. They were terrible last season, but they're even worse this season. Getting bailed out by the defense in more ways than one. The defenders, Ramos, scoring their goals, and him basically stopping them from conceding. They're just very, very poor. Porto. You see, obviously I'm always on Twitter, so obviously I would know, but I don't care about that at all. Straight up, I don't care about that at all. I don't care what other fans say, like about our players. It just doesn't bother me at all. Well, if we keep winning, I don't care what they say. The second one, definitely. Come on, man. This is obviously the first team to be, the first pot. Sevilla. We all know what's going to happen to Sevilla. Look, man, let's not kid ourselves. Sevilla's going to come third in the group, go to the Europa, and then win the Europa again. It's what they always do, year in, year out. And Zenit. This has now taken 35 minutes just to get to pot A. 34 minutes just to get to pot A. Anyway, though, be sure, give everyone, if you're watching this, give this video a thumbs up. Because football, Champions League more specifically, is back. It's back, baby. Paris Saint-Germain. So we start with Bayern and we're ending with PSG. All right. They just had to show Drogba smiling when he drew. All right, let's see the Champions League defenders of the season. Defender. Kimmich. King Kimmich. Got as many assists as friggin' Müller. Got as many assists as Müller in the Champions League. Real talk though. Kimmich absolutely deserves it. Despite the fact that he really wasn't a defender, but who cares about that, all right? Played majority of the Champions League season in midfield. Moved into like right back position for like the last 3 or 4 games. Counts as a defender. All right, cool. King Kimmich. Neuer's still there. Neuer is still there. And Neuer just there like, I'm not Kimmich. What am I doing here? What is it, the music? No idea. Some dubstep. See, they have subtitles for her because her interview is obviously not live. But like with Neuer's interviews, like nobody is translating anything. So Neuer, Kimmich, obviously the best player will be Lewandowski. If it isn't, I'm rioting. I'm straight up rioting. But yeah. I don't mind these interviews, but like, can we like, have them interviews for people that care about the interviews and have the pot drawing for people that care about the pot drawing? Because I'll watch the interviews, but I just don't like the pot drawing being interrupted. But hey, well, who cares? The players deserve it, all of them. How many of you actually watched the UEFA Women's Champions League this season? Honestly, it was some very good games towards the latter half of the campaign. It was some very, very good games. Okay. Now Kimmich is sitting there. He's definitely not going to speak English. Neuer's just sitting there like, Joshua. Okay, that's what we're going to call him now because that's not okay. My goodness. It's not that difficult. The kid. The kid. Should have kept the number 32 though. Oh yeah, he's speaking English. Technically, you're a defender, mate. Technically, he's a midfielder, fam. The Barcelona game. Oh, that was a good game. Remember Kimmich back as a centre back versus Juventus? Just came in. Pep was like, fam, centre back. Centre back, fam. We'd have centre backs. You play centre backs. Is it just me or does he still look like he's 21? He's older than me by a year, and he looks younger than me. Damn it, I look old. Sad times. Sad times. Good to see, though. Neuer doesn't speak English. Who's the captain? But Kimmich came in is like, I don't, yeah, let me speak English. All right. Let's go. Part 2. Let's go. Part 2. Man, I don't want Barcelona because we just played them. I want a team that we've not played, but that's not Atletico Madrid. Give me a team that we've not played that's not Atletico Madrid. That's all I want. That's all I want. Manchester City, we've got not a terrible record, but yeah, we do have a terrible record considering the size of that club. Like we win one, we draw one. Well, sorry, we win one, we lose one. We win one, we lose one. It's always we win one, we lose the other one. I don't like it. I want United. That'll be my dream draw. Just so we can beat United. I'm like, yeah. I don't want Bayern in our group. Well, we'll see about that one. Maybe revenge. London would be red again. Go Surge. He does certainly turn up when we play in London. Let's see. Atletico Madrid. Which group? Which group? Which group? So, Atletico Madrid is in Group A. Bayern. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't mind playing against Atletico Madrid. I just dislike the fact that they'll probably try and injure our players. That's my one thing. I dislike the fact that they're probably trying to injure our players, and we're going to come out of those games and it's going to be like, ACL, MCL, friggin' hamstring this, hamstring that, foot broken there. It's like, bro, but bring them on. Bring him on, we'll knock him out of the park. It is annoying, though. It's a Champions League campaign, but I have a feeling that, unfortunately, after those games, we're going to be in some issues, player-wise. No, lol, down. Yeah, most certainly down. Who's Chelsea? In whose group is Chelsea? E. Sevilla got away with one. Sevilla, I don't know what it is with them. In the Champions League, they don't perform. They'll get third in their group, go to Europa, win Europa, and next season they'll get in the Champions League, pot one again, get third in their group, go to Europa. Barcelona. Messi. You know what we should be doing next season, in the summer, when Messi's a free agent? Give him a call. Just give him a call, bro. just give him a quick call, bro. Be like, yo, G. Juventus. Ooh, that's going to be a fine. Messi versus Ronaldo. Okay. Someone here was asking me earlier, Ronaldo or Messi. Well, there you go. There you go. Ajax. And Ajax get Ajax is in Group D with Liverpool. Rattel, I'm assuming that's okay with you. Shakhtar. Shakhtar always makes, like, I was watching Salzburg, their qualification. There's obviously one man that really stood out, person I highlighted before previously. But like Shakhtar always makes it as well. B. Real Madrid. Okay. There doesn't seem to be a group of death yet. Granted, we've only picked 2 teams so far, but yeah. Dortmund. F or H. So they're going to be in H, aren't they? With PSG, of course, considering that last time, the whole Haaland meditating and them mocking him, bullying a kid. They're going to be in Group H. I don't even need to see it. I know it. It's one of those football things that just has to happen. Show it to me. It's Group H. I know it. It's not. Zenit. Okay, Dortmund. Don't F this up. Don't F this up for Group F. Don't F this up. And United. So PSG and United. Interesting. But is Liverpool that good the last weeks? Liverpool is still very good. If you watched them against Arsenal, they were very, very solid. If you watched them against Leeds, they were good offensively, but poor defensively. But then in the next game, who did they play after that game? I forgot who they played afterwards, but they played against someone else where they looked solid, where Mane was very, very good. And then they played against Chelsea. Yeah, they played against Chelsea where they looked very, very solid. And then they played against Arsenal where they were solid, very, very solid. And they played against Arsenal today again, later on. Okay, but interesting. Very, very midfielder of the season. It has to be De Bruyne. Look, man, has to be De Bruyne is just absolute class. Like class. Bayern is probably kicking himself, honestly, because obviously he wanted to come to us so badly when he was still at Wolfsburg, and we just didn't want to pay the 60 million, because we're like, it's too much money. Pep wanted him badly. He wanted to come to Bayern badly, but we were just like, nah, 60 million, fam, not happening. Reduce that price, but Wolfsburg, it's not happening. We're not paying 60 million. And look how he's turned out. Gotten better and better. Okay. Obviously, Lyon is having a sweep towards best women's team. Okay. I'm gonna have to mute this right now because the interviewer just said, "What is the magic formula for Lyon to keep winning and keep being this good in the UEFA Women's Champions League?" And I'm like, bro, Lyon is the Lyon women's team, right? They're basically getting paid the same wages that the men's team is being paid. It's the only women's team in world football that is getting paid the same as the men's, all right? Leon were like the first women team who one of the first teams that really started a women's team. They're like 5 years ahead in terms of anybody in terms of the women's team because they pay the most and they have the best infrastructure. They actually have a solid team. It's not like with other women's team where like the players they change year in year out. It's why they only have like a 1 or 2 year contract because they change clubs every single season, every 2 seasons. That's not the case with Leon. They actually pay a lot of money. They actually pay a big transfer fee. I think if you look at their actual transfer fee, their women transfer fee is the same as the men. So it's a little bit of a stupid question to ask, in my opinion. It's like, oh yeah, why are you so successful? Well, it's because everything we're doing is top notch. We're not just half-assing it. We're not just putting 50%. The club is not just putting 50% of the time in. They're putting 100% of the time in. Well, fair enough. Obviously, I think the awards are very justified and whatnot, and obviously they deserve to win. But I just think it's kind of a stupid question. German women's, yeah. And De Bruyne. He looks so sad, bro. Always does. Deserve it. Although it should have been Kimmich. Just saying. Man's got the darkest. He's got dark eyes than me, fam. You look into his eyes like, bro. You stare into the abyss, and the abyss stares back into you. Okay, De Bruyne. Oh, that's a very interesting question. Michael Owen. Always like that. Always very much like that response. Nobody. As a kid, this person. When I was actually playing, nobody. Also, do you like my wallpaper? It's pretty cool, isn't it? My phone wallpaper. All right, the draws. Pot three. Kiev. Salzburg. Obviously, we can't have Leipzig. 2 Red Bull teams, by the way. Well, 2 RB teams, eh? One is Red Bull Salzburg. The other one is Rasenball United. Like, bro, come on now. We all know it's Red Bull. Lazio. Closest former team. Krasnodar. All right. And Atalanta. There's still a team left, right? No, that's pot 3. So let us see who we get. Ow. 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 Come on. Who's the first team? Show me. Krasnodar. Against who? Never played in the group stage. That's, well done, I guess. Well done. All right. What group? E. Sevilla and Chelsea. Chelsea are getting a free ride here. Not fair. Just because Sevilla is one of those, I don't understand. Like Sevilla should not be messing this up. But they're going to get third in their group just to go to the Europa League, as they always do somehow. Leipzig. So they can't be in our group, and they can't be in Group F. Leipzig will make it further than Dortmund in the Champions League. Depending on the group. But they are the better team. Have the better coach. You'll know my prediction. Leipzig being second in the Bundesliga and Dortmund third. Which group? Probably an H, honestly, or something. Hey. Okay, with PSG and United. Now that's a group of death. Well, not really, but United's going to be third. Atlanta. They can be in our group because we have Spanish and German. But Group H is looking spicy. It's looking very, very spicy. It's very easy for me, like Nagelsmann or Ole. Nagelsmann. So, second. That's the way I see it. Have the better team as well. Not individual players, but a better team. D. Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta. Interesting group. So we're going to get Salzburg, aren't we? Which I actually don't want at this point. Olympiacos. %33% chance. A, B, or C. That we get 33% chance that we get Olympiacos. What is the story that's being written here? Yeah, actually, I think they'll go in our group Olympiacos because the whole tension between Greece and Germany. Or not? C. What is the story that's written here? Porto, City, Olympiacos. So who are we getting? That's what I want to know. Dynamo Kiev. G. Because of the whole thing. Who's in our group so far? Atletico Madrid. That's our group so far. Atletico Madrid. Also, bless me. Salzburg. We're probably going to get Salzburg, as I just said. Team that I've been watching a ton of games over the past couple of days. Like, literally a ton of games. I've been watching all of the games last season. We're probably going to get them because I've been hyping them up so much that they're such a good team that we're probably going to get them. Of course. Of course. Off friggin' course. So, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, and Salzburg. Are we going to get Rennes for our fourth team like I wanted as well and predicted as well? Because Rennes is another team that I think has tons of potentials with Guirassy as a striker as well. They look very, very solid. Obviously, the big name with Salzburg is Daka. If he doesn't leave the summer, which I don't think he will, because that guy is just a goal threat, like a true goal threat. Like a player that I genuinely think could like join A-tier clubs in a year time. Forward of the season, well, I wonder who that's gonna be. I wouldn't. Robert Lewandowski. Yeah. The king. The king. The king. When you come at the king, you better not miss. Ooh, harder. Okay. Didn't expect that, but okay. Wolfsburg did have a fantastic campaign. Lewandowski, though. Where's Lewandowski? Lewandowski's going to appear right next to Kimmich. It's going to be like a Bayern row. Neuer, Kimmich, Lewandowski. Most expensive female footballer in history. Cry harder. We all saw that meme this week, right? If it wasn't football, of course. I love that question as well. Always a great question. come on, that's a bad answer. It was, the dream to be a footballer. Come on, man. Why are people not planning properly? Plan A, plan B, plan C. Just disappointing to me. That answer is disappointing to me. No. Should have gone to Lyon if you wanted to win a Champions League, fan. That's not what happened, fam. You're not winning the Women's Champions League here. There. Good one. Good one. Lewandowski won 5 titles was option for no one, most goals in free, and they give it to. What are you talking about? De Bruyne won. Lewandowski won the forward. De Bruyne won midfielder. Bad coordination. Bad coordination. Everyone's wearing a tie. He's wearing no. Winning the Champions League. Winning the Champions League. Say it. Yeah, the final. Okay. Now Neuer is the odd one out here. The only one that doesn't that. The only Bayern player that isn't speaking English, that only spoke German. How odd for BT Sport. In Bayern, we have Lewandowski. You know? Lewandowski. Like when we lost Neuer's, they were like, oh no, don't start with the TikToks. Stop. Okay, I'm clicking off. I am not watching this any longer. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. No, I am not watching that. Stop it. Like, no, stop it. Stop it, fam. Stop it. Like, bruv. He's as bad at dancing as me, and I'm atrocious. That's the only dance I can do, and that's not really a dance. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Good. Okay, make excuses. Next time. Good. Okay. Doesn't matter. I can't moon dance though, so that's it. Moonwalk, not moon dance. But good. My goodness. They were gonna embarrass Bayern as a club if he was there dancing on the stage. They talk more about his TikTok dances than anything than about football. That's the state of life right now. That's the state of it all right now. Yeah, I want the Rennes. Give me Rennes. Our group is actually pretty tough. Our group is actually really tough. Like, honestly, our group is really, really tough. It's our group and H, which are... Nah. H has United in it. Look, man. I respect United, all right? But, like, they haven't made any additions besides Van de Beek. They're just outclassed in that group. Let's see. Let's go. Who is in Group A? The first team that's been picked is Olympique Marseille. Wouldn't mind OM either. Wouldn't mind OM either. Let's see. See. Porto, City, Olympia. What was that? That sounded like someone was like blowing a whistle. I was like, is football happening outside? Because there's a school not far from my house, like 5 minutes from my house. So I felt like maybe they're playing football. Moscow is either in our group or let's see. Let's see. Could be ours. 50-50. Hey, in our group. Okay. Our group is done, ladies and gentlemen. Sevilla, Bayern, Salzburg, and Lokomotiv Moscow. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that is our group. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I like it. I like it. I very much like it. I mean, I would have liked anything anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I would have liked anything. Just giving me the teams, and now that I know I'm okay. Could have given me any team, I would have been okay. Dortmund, Zenit, Lazio, and Bruges. Honestly, Dortmund should come first in that group. I'd be if Dortmund don't come first in their group, I'd be shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Shocked, I tell you. This man. Winning the Champions League, I need to see it another time. I need to see it another time. It used to be Thiago. That used to be my wallpaper, Thiago with the Champions League trophy. And now it's Lewandowski. It used to be Kimi as well, actually. Keep rotating. Not that bad. Didn't want to get into hardest one there from pot three. Pot three Inter. I don't know about that. Interesting. H looks like a spicy group. Looks like a spicy group, like a sizzling spicy group. It's gonna be some good chat. Do you know I love Champions League? All right, Reims. They have such a good team. Like I've been obviously with the French League being the first team, the first league back after the Champions League final. Have been watching them a ton. I've been watching every single game from the French League actually, and recording every single game, and then rewatching every single game. And I've been very, very impressed with Rennes. They're like one of the teams that I think can actually really, really push quite high in the French League. Quite like what I'm seeing from Guirassy at Rennes. I mentioned that already as well, but still. So I think they're just a good team. Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, and Stade Reims. Not a bad group. Not a bad group as well. Obviously, not that good teams, but like no like world-class teams or anything of that sort. All teams at their level, which is very interesting. Suarez to face Bayern. Of course. Let's bring it on. Bring it on, fam. Bring it on. Well, if Dortmund misses, then Favre should finally be out. I think so too. But will Dortmund actually get rid of him? I doubt it. What's Group D? Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, Midtjylland. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. Right there, and then I feel sorry for them. Right there and there, I feel sorry for them. FL. This guy said FL. FL. As if there's not a V before that. Gladbach is in. Real Madrid, Shakhtar, Inter, and Gladbach. Gladbach could make it. They haven't lost any of their stars. It's just that I don't know. The inexperience will cost them, and I'll go to Europa IMO. Ferencvárosi at TC. Okay. Juventus, Barca, Kiev, Ferenc. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. What's the name of the hosts? Sad. I'm sad to tell you, I don't know. Bayern, Atletico, Salzburg, Lokomotiv Moscow. Group B. Real Madrid, Shakhtar, Inter in Mönchengladbach. Group C. Porto, City, Olympiacos, Olympique Marseille. That's actually a spicy group too. And then D, Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, and Midtjylland. Obviously, I'm not just saying this because obviously we're in Group A, but like Group A is spicy. Group H is spicy. E is spicy for different reasons because there are less top teams there. There are no top teams there. You could make an argument for Sevilla, but Sevilla in the Champions League is not a top team. Sevilla in the Europa League is a top team. And that's it, right? The only thing that's left to give is the best player. Women's Coach of the Year. What about Player of the Year, fam? Obviously. When you win everything, there's nothing really to discuss here. Flick. Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, Midtjylland. Damn interesting. Oblak versus. I hate this comparison like these, especially Oblak versus Neuer. Like Oblak is not gonna be a striker against Neuer. But I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean, but still. There is just no comparison, mate. Neuer, best of all time, best keeper of all, not my favorite keeper of all time, but the best keeper of all time. Oliver Kahn will always be my favorite. I just CBA sitting so long. I'll sit here for an hour and a half. It's crazy. I'm gonna go for a jog or for a walk after this. After sitting for an hour and a half. Anyway, we know our group now. What's everyone feeling then about our group? What's everyone feeling? Good to face hard opponents in the group stage, test the team strength. I mean, we know the team strengths. It's more so about the fitness. That's the real issue. But what's everyone feeling about our team then? I will make a separate video on this, my feelings. But I just, like, once this is done, I want to, like, stand up and be done with it. Because I can't sit that long. I just want to see Flick win his trophy. That's all. Lewandowski win best player. That's all. And then I'm chilling like a villain. Passionate about football. We all are passionate about football. We need 3 players before I say anything. Milan. You know, I actually agree with you, fam. I actually agree with you, fam. We all know what positions, Michael. We all know the positions. Let's see. Let me go on Twitter just for 1 second while he's giving his speech right now. Although Twitter will be filled about our group. But I do want to see if there's any transfer rumors. Flick. Yeah, nothing new. Let's talk. Let's listen to Flick. He's probably gonna say, "Yeah, we were good, but we need to be better." We were good, but like we could have done better. We could have done better. Coman's goal is still brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, he's there. Okay, so to greet his, he's being German to greet his grandchildren. So first, I have to say it's obviously a big honor. I'm translating right now to be the coach of the year. Without a team around me and my coaching staff, I'd never have been able to do it because, of course, they're supporting me tactically and giving me the power and energy to give me the time and energy to concentrate on these things and my players. Of course, it was a crazy year with the lockdown, and I think that we did really, really well with it to keep the team together, to do the cyber training, like Joshua mentioned earlier, so that we stayed healthy. And then we kept improving step by step, integrating new things from game to game. Of course, we're always looking at everything game to game. And then we started winning with the league, the cup, and ultimately in Lisbon with the Champions League victory was, of course, sensational. It was a massive dream for all of us. And if you look at the pictures afterwards, you can see the amount of emotions that were present in there. Simple translation. I hate translating, but it's very easy. I think there were multiple moments where you just noticed the team constantly evolving, the mentality. You saw the three players earlier, Neuer, Kimmich, and Lewandowski, who won those awards rightfully because they were absolutely outstanding in their positions. And that also applies to the rest of the team, the squad. They're all doing a very great job from game to game, and they're constantly evolving, developing. And we just trusted in our own strength from game to game. And you could see that even in games where it didn't really work out for us, where it was close, that we still won. Danke. Hansi. Simple. First ever Men's Coach of the Year award. All right, and that was Hansi Flick, ladies and gentlemen. That was Hansi Flick, bronze. Harder. And Renat. Talent. Not a bronze winner, eh? Not a bronze winner. Gold winner. Gold winner. Numero uno. Numero uno. And you've got Harder. For me, it has to be a Lyon player. It has to be. With how dominant they were, it has to be. I know Harder, obviously, fantastic, but still. Still, like for me, it's like one of those things where it's like when a team is that dominant, like Lyon, where it's almost not fair. It's almost not fair. Renard. I hate highlights like these though, where it's like zoomed in to the absolute maximum. To me, it's just like it kind of ruins the game. Harder one. Had a feeling she'd win, but like for me, it shouldn't have been the case. Because obviously she won the Women Forward of the Year, so I had a feeling. But like for me, when a team is that dominant, it's like, really. Oh well, I'm not complaining. As long as the men's one is chosen rightly. Lewandowski. Juve versus Barca. Ronaldo versus Messi. Please shout out hi first. Please shout out hi Shuras El Pick. I'm a Bayern supporter. Well, shout out to you, my friend. There's a ton of good fixtures. There is a ton of good fixtures in this, I have to say. Not immense. Has to be that. If it's not Lewandowski, I'm writing. I'm flying there right now. Should be Neuer or Lewandowski. But Neuer, the keeper is never going to win. We all know that, and that's okay. He wins the best keeper. Everyone knows that's essentially the Ballon d'Or for keeper. No more needed than that. Neuer should have won it in 2014. He didn't win it in 2014. So I knew that at that moment, it's like, no point. No point even expecting anything. People like the spectacular, the goals, which is why I'm surprised De Bruyne is there, honestly. Because Muller had more assists than De Bruyne. But nobody's talking about that. Der Pott ist rot. Ei. And Neuer. And Neuer. Oh, this music goes in, fam. It's 11. It's 11. Come on, bro. It's. Can you say hi? No, I can't. You need to wake up earlier than that, my friend. You need to wake up earlier than that. Come on. That's an old one. That's an old one. Lewandowski, of course. Not a surprise at all. Not a surprise at all. Good stuff. Lewandowski wins it. I don't know, one of the ugliest trophies out there. But who cares? All right. I'm assuming his father. Very much true. Already has like 10 assists, not quite, but already is like close to those numbers. Stop with the dances. He had no idea what she just said there, but okay, it doesn't matter. He's like, oh, yeah, it's with her. Oh, okay, cool. October 20th. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That is that. All right. Well, as I said, I'll be making a separate video on my thoughts on all the groups, but I like those draws. For the majority of groups, I actually very much like those draws. Group A looks funky. It looks funky fresh, and Group H looks spicy. Group E looks spicy too. Group D, I feel sorry for Midtjylland, but like Liverpool, Ajax, and Atlanta really should be fighting for those top two spots. And then you've got Group C, where it's Porto, City, Olympiacos, and Marseille. And you think realistically, City should win this. But with City in Europe, it's like, nah. You can never predict City. You can never count on City. And you can also never count City out. So it's one of those situations. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I will be seeing all of you later today. I just can't sit anymore. That's really why I'm trying to end it. So have a nice rest of the day. Ask next time. Try like a better one. Like try and make me wake up earlier, because this is never gonna work. Never. I'm too big brain for that. It's never gonna work. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, I will be seeing all of you later on today. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out, everyone, and